Miss Transformers 96 here with another video, and I'm going to talk about some newly shown Marvel Legends figures from San Diego Comic-Con 2018, and this time we have a few new figures revealed from the new Black Panther wave, the Wave 2 from Black Panther. So I did make a video about this earlier today when the other figures were shown, but now they've released the last two figures in the wave, and it's very exciting. It's two figures that I did mention in that video that I'd love to see, so I am very happy to see these two. So I'm mainly just going to be talking about these two. However, I will briefly say that I believe that the wave is going to consist of only movie figures. Now, this is just from what I've seen here. My only thing to that is that the Shuri figure, I was told that that figure is not going to be released in this wave, and it's actually going to be released in a previous wave. But I don't know how much I believe that, so I'm not quite sure how this wave is going to be broken down, if this is just like Black Panther figures that are going to be released via two waves, or if this is going to all be one wave. Considering they showed it all together, it really feels like it's going to be one wave. So if I were to bet on it, I think that they're going to do an entirely movie wave of Black Panther, and that wave is going to consist of Shuri, Black Panther's father, T'Chaka, a standard Black Panther figure, which is just a repaint of the Civil War one with apparently T'Chaka's head sculpt, and then the Killmonger, of course, then Ulysses Claw, the other Dora Milaje member, and then the Build-A-Figure being oh man, his name is escaping me. M'Baku. So yeah, so that's what I believe the breakdown for the wave is going to be. But in this video, I'm personally just going to be talking about the two new figures that were shown, because we do already, like I mentioned, I did discuss the other figures previously. So talking about the new figures, we have M'Baku is going to be the Build-A-Figure of the wave. Like I mentioned in that other video, I actually really like the character in the movie. I think the actor is really good too. He's very charismatic. Even just in interviews, he's very entertaining. So I like this guy. I really hope that this kind of helps launch his career a bit more. But I really did enjoy the character from the movie, and I really had no hype for him before the movie at all, so I really did enjoy his character in the movie. Figure-wise, I think it looks great. I think that he has a really nice likeness to the actor, at least from this photo. It's not the best photo in the world, but it's still pretty good, and it does look like the actor, which I do like. The costume is very intricate, especially around the waist area. The kind of skirt pieces look really nice. I would imagine that's going to be a soft rubber, but I think that it looks good, and then the legs are very bulky, and he obviously has quite a bit of fur on him. He kind of lives in a colder climate, so that kind of fits his environment. And overall, I think it looks like an excellent figure. Of course, it's 100% a new sculpt, and I do like him as the Build-A-Figure because he's bigger. You know, he's bigger than your average figure. He's still just about an average figure, but he is a bit chunky at least. The last couple times that they've done an average figure, it's been Okoye and Mantis, and those I dislike because there's bigger figures in those waves themselves that are bigger than the Build-A-Figure. Now, in this wave, he's not much bigger than the other people, but he is still the biggest figure in the wave, at least. So that makes me feel a lot better about it personally. So I do, although I'm not a fan of just doing regular size figures as Build-A-Figures, I think that this is the best one that we've seen so far doing this. So I'm happy about that, and he does come with a weapon too, so you get a little extra with him, which is nice. And then the other one is Killmonger. This is great. This is his tactical suit. This is the one that he wears when he breaks Claw out of prison, or out of, you know, where he's being held. I think this looks like a great figure. The figure itself, I believe, is 100% new sculpt. I can't recognize it from anything else, but it looks wonderful. I really like the proportions. You can really see that he's quite muscular down there, or in his arms, but I like the fact that there's wrinkles there, so you could really see that it is cloth and not just a skin-tight type of material, so I like that quite a bit. And then he does have the kind of a vest on, and then the kind of more baggier militaristic pants, which I think look cool. And then the tribal mask, you know, that he's wearing is really cool. I definitely like that quite a bit, and he comes with the weapon that he uses, of course. My only hope is that he does come with an interchangeable head of Killmonger. I hope that is included. Now, they've already sculpted that because that comes out in the 2-pack with Everett Ross, so I think that it would be incredibly simple for him to get that head sculpt as well. So I am hoping that he does come with that head sculpt, because that way it makes the figure more dynamic, because those are two very different head sculpts, which I definitely think is necessary. So overall, I couldn't be any happier about this wave. I think it's fantastic. I personally prefer collecting movie figures from Marvel Legends as to comics. The movie figures are the ones that I enjoy the most, and this is a really solid wave. Like, every character in it is one that I want personally. The only exception to that is the regular kind of Black Panther in the wave, who's T'Chaka, but in the Civil War costume. That one I don't find interesting at all, because it's basically just a repaint, essentially. And then we never actually see him in that costume whatsoever in Civil War or in the Black Panther movie. There's no flashback to it. There's nothing. So I don't find that figure interesting or needed in the slightest. But everybody else I think looks excellent, so I am very excited for this wave, and I do hope that it comes out quite soon. I'm also very surprised by it, you know. It's obviously, the movie came out quite a while ago. I think that it was more of a success and a bigger hit than they anticipated, of course, so I think that's why we're getting it kind of so late, that they didn't decide to do a second wave until the movie had already come out and there was so much buzz for it. But overall, I think that the two of them look great, and yeah, let me know what you guys think of this wave in general, and specifically these two new figures, the Build-A-Figure and the Killmonger figure. And thanks so much for watching.